GDPR comes into effect on the 25th of May, and the marketing world needs to get ready. I'm not a GDP lawyer or even an expert, but I have read all 140 pages of the Information Commissioner's Guide to the General Data Protection Regulations, and I've spotted 5 things that marketers will have to stop doing after the 25th of May. The first is using bought lists of email addresses for email marketing. If you've been buying lists of contacts and email addresses to market to, you won't be able to use these lists anymore. That's because the people whose data is contained in these lists have not consented to having it used by your business to market to them, which means you won't be allowed to do it. The second is sending autoresponders to people who have downloaded your content. Lots of marketers assume that if someone has downloaded an ebook or a white paper from their website, it's okay to send them a series of automated emails as a follow-up. Once GDPR comes into effect, this will no longer be allowed. You need to get prospects to explicitly opt in to receiving your specific follow-up marketing material when they download your content. If they don't opt in, you cannot email them. Third, sending your media release to every journalist on your database. I can't find a definitive answer on this one, but from reading the ICO guidelines, I'd be careful about sending a media release out to a long list of European journalists. Lots of people will argue that sending media releases to the media counts as legitimate interest, which is one of the lawful bases for GDPR, and that seems logical. However, you need to remember that if you send a journalist a media release that's irrelevant to them, and they then ask you not to contact them again, you have to abide by that request, which means when you do have a relevant story for them, you won't be able to send it. Fourth, cold calling people on their direct dials. We checked with a lawyer on this one, and they recommended that calling someone via the company switchboard will still be okay after GDPR, but calling them on their direct dial will not, unless they've consented to hear from you on that number. Fifth, hiring a marketing intern and getting them to run your marketing strategy. The fines for breaching GDPR are hefty, up to 20 million euros. If you leave your database with someone who isn't crystal clear on what is and what is not acceptable, you risk getting into serious trouble. We're getting ready for GDPR, and we think it's going to change the whole marketing landscape. We expect to see more of an emphasis on PR, search, and social advertising, as marketers need to rely less on content marketing to generate leads. So, if you need support getting your post-GDPR lead gen strategy working, then please visit my website to find out how we can help.